Sagittarius. I love that you are here today. And today we're going to look at April 12th, 2025, the full moon in Libra. We're going to look at Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising with specific messages for each. We'll look at numerology and astrology and tarot cards. We'll end the reading with advice for your sign. And in the description box, I have links for meditations for each of the tarot cards that I pulled for you today. So let's start with numerology. And the number for that day is 7. So 7 represents introspection and spiritual awakening and the search for a deeper truth. So for Sagittarius, this number challenges you to balance intuition with action, especially as things are moving quickly. So you might feel like your life is speeding up in unexpected ways, yet something deep inside you tells you to pause and reflect. Maybe you receive an exciting opportunity, but your gut tells you to hold off before pushing forward. So let's look at astrology. The full moon highlights your 11th house. That's friendships and community and future goals. And it's bringing clarity to your social connections and long-term aspirations. So now I'll grab the cards. So we are looking at the sun. And the sun is in Aries, and that's your 5th house. So that's about creativity and romance and passion projects. So the sun in Aries ignites your desire for fun, for love, and for self-expression. So you might feel a burst of creative energy or a sudden attraction to something exciting or someone exciting. Maybe you've been pouring energy into a passion project that's now gaining momentum. The moon, the full moon, is in Libra. So that's your 11th house. So that's friendships and social circles and networks. And the full moon in your 11th house puts friendships and future goals under the spotlight. So maybe you realize a friendship isn't as balanced as you thought, or you feel inspired to join a new community that aligns with your evolving vision of the future. And then we have Mercury. And Mercury, that's in Aries. And that's a 5th house. Remember, that's bold communication, conversations, playfulness, quick decisions. So Mercury in Aries encourages quick thinking, but can also lead to impulsive decisions. So you might say something blunt but without thinking, which could spark either an exciting new connection or a misunderstanding. We have Venus. And Venus is in Pisces. That's your 4th house. That's emotional foundations and home life and comfort zone. So Venus here draws you inward, making you crave deep emotional connections. So maybe you find your usual need for adventure is clashing with the desire for stability. Perhaps you're thinking about moving, redecorating, or making your home feel more like a sanctuary. And then we have Mars. And Mars is in Pisces, and that's your 4th house. Remember, emotional drive and family matters and rest versus action. So Mars is in Pisces can make you feel torn between action and passivity, leading to internal frustration. So maybe you want to make a big move, but feel hesitant about whether it's the right move. There's a push-pull between following your instincts and overanalyzing everything. So, cards, come here. This is the 8 of Wands. That's your first card I pulled for you today. And that's fast-paced change and forward momentum and exciting news. This is a rapid shift and unexpected communication or forward movement. So things may be happening faster than expected, and you need to stay alert. So maybe you suddenly receive an invitation to travel, or you get a job offer, or you hear back about something you've been waiting on. And the pace of the day feels electric and unpredictable. So the advice is to stay adaptable. This energy is pushing you forward, whether you're ready or not. Then we had Temperance, and Temperance came out reversed. And that's imbalance and overindulgence and lack of patience. So when it comes out reversed, This is a warning against rushing or losing sight of balance. It suggests you may be neglecting self-care or pushing yourself too hard. You might jump into a decision without thinking it through and find yourself juggling too many things at once. Maybe you've been partying too much, and you're neglecting your health, or you're stretching yourself too thin. So the advice is to slow down and find your center before making any big moves. And then we have the High Priestess. There you are. And that's about intuition and hidden knowledge and mystery. So this card represents inner wisdom, intuition, trusting your gut. So there may be things happening beneath the surface that you aren't fully aware of yet. So maybe you sense that someone isn't telling you the full story. You feel drawn to something without understanding why. Your intuition is strong today, so listen to it before making decisions. So the advice is, before acting impulsively, take time to reflect and see what's happening beneath the surface. So let's talk about Sagittarius Sun, Moon, and Rising, and how April 12th, 2025, the full moon in Libra is going to affect you today, specifically. So Sagittarius Sun, that's your core identity and your life path and your ego. So as a Sagittarius Sun, you are naturally adventurous and optimistic and always seeking truth. The full moon in Libra activates your 11th house of friendships, social circles, and future goals. So this is a day of realizing who supports your dreams and who doesn't. So a Sagittarius Sun may have a conversation with a friend or a social group that reveals misaligned values. Maybe they realize they've been outgrowing a particular community, or they might be inspired to take leadership in a cause they care for. They may also receive recognition for their hard work or contributions in a group project. So the key message is, it's time to refine your social circle. Align yourself with people who truly support your vision. Sagittarius Moon, that's your emotional world, your inner self, your subconscious reactions. So a Sagittarius Moon is emotionally driven by freedom and exploration and higher understanding. The full moon in Libra is in your 11th house, can bring realizations about how your emotions are tied to your friendships and long-term dreams. So a Sagittarius Moon might feel frustrated if their friends don't seem to support their aspirations. They might suddenly see the emotional impact of surrounding themselves with people who don't truly believe in them. This could lead to either a deep conversation with a friend or a decision to move forward independently. So here's the key message. Trust your emotions. If you feel restricted by certain social ties, it's time to reconsider those relationships. Now, Sagittarius Rising. That's first impressions in the external world and personal drive. So as a Sagittarius Rising, you come across as bold, independent, and open-minded. The full moon in your 11th house shines a light on your role in groups, communities, and networking opportunities. So, for example, a Sagittarius Rising might receive a surprising invitation to join a new group or attend a social event that leads to an important connection. Alternatively, they may decide to step away from a project or social commitment that no longer aligns with their path. So the key message is, your public image is shifting. Be intentional about who and what you align with. Summary of what the day means to Sagittarius. On April 12th, 2025, it's a day of rapid changes, and it's important to stay grounded. While exciting things are unfolding, you must balance action with intuition. So the Eight of Wands, that's fast-moving energy and unexpected shifts. Temperance reversed, it's be cautious of imbalance and overindulgence. And the High Priestess, trust your intuition and look beneath the surface. So here's the real-life takeaways. Things are moving quickly. Be ready for sudden news or opportunities. Avoid rushing into decisions without considering the full picture. Trust your instincts, especially if something feels a bit off. If you're feeling overwhelmed, take a moment to slow down and regain balance. So here's the advice for Sagittarius on that day. This full moon challenges you to balance excitement with wisdom. Take action where needed, but don't ignore your inner voice. Your intuition is your best guide. Listen to it before making any bold moves. Sagittarius, I love that you were here. Thank you so much for choosing this reading, and I hope to see you in another reading.